All right, welcome back to the show, guys. My name is Sham, this is Zero X Files, and the truth is always out there, as I always say, right? But there's more to this, right? So if you're here for the first time, subscribe, not because you're going to be supporting the channel, you're going to be supporting yourself, right? My channel is quite different. Here we kind of do pre-signals, right? So before the market reacts and before everybody explodes and all the copycats come out and copy each other, oh look, the market's going up and this and that, I kind of usually tell you what the market's about to do, right? And I'm not going to boast here or anything like this, but I'm not talking about accuracy. I'm going to say 99% accuracy is not a bad deal. Right, probably the best you can ever get, but we haven't failed yet. That's the most important thing, and I am aware that at some stage I might get it wrong, right? But so far I've been able to call the days. Like, for example, we did a video last week, I believe it was, and we said, like, look, we're going to be waiting for the market to see what it does on Tuesday or Wednesday, and here we are. Tuesday we reacted, Wednesday we did fantastic. We actually went to $71,000 for BTC, right? So just looking at that. So let's talk about BTC right now and see what's going on and how we can now look forward. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. It will help yourself. You're not going to be helping me. I don't really care. I'm not a frequent YouTuber. I don't come on YouTube every single day. I don't do YouTube for any monetary reasons or whatever. For monetary reasons, I have a school that I do where I kind of teach people how to trade, especially for beginners. So I do that. There are other bits and bobs that I do. I do consulting. That's what I do. I don't do YouTube for that, right? That's why you won't see me on YouTube that often. But whenever I think it's relevant, I'll come on YouTube and I'll talk. And of course, every now and then I'll come on YouTube and just kind of talk with the community, right? Why not catch up with the community? Right, enough of this, right? No more plugs. I'm not plugging anything anyway. I'm not going to put any links or anything below. So yeah, smash that like, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. As I said, now BTC currently right now today, I think it's the 5th of June 2024, the date, and BTC right now, the time is, and I'll give you the time so that you can actually have context as well, 2:58 p.m. here in the UK. That would be UTC +1. So we are sitting at $70,771 right now, to be precise, right? Of course, it's going to change a few pennies here and there. But what I want to say is this particular week, right, is a very important week. In fact, we could even go into next week with this kind of a move that we're going to see. So we are going to go and probably test the 73,757, which is the previous all-time high. And when I mean previous, I don't mean 2021 time. I'm talking about right now. We've just had this very recently, and that's a very important number to look out for, because that's where we have made an artificial resistance, right? It's not a proper resistance, it's just a psychological artificial resistance. So when we do go there, we are going to try and find out whether we're going to break through or whether we're not going to break through. Now, if we do break through, then congratulations, we're heading towards 100k, right? Of course, before we go to the 100k, I do have my levels of target. I have a few specific targets. One, to be precise, is 78,400. That is a Fibonacci level that I am looking at as a resistance. So if we can go to that and test it, that would be really good. But before we look at the bigger numbers, remember the 73,757 is a very unique number for us to look out for, because that's a psychological resistance because of the previous all-time high that we've just recently made. So I want to see this kind of test, at least. I don't care if it breaks or not, to test by the end of this week, like by Sunday. If not, then the following week. We have enough time, believe me, enough time. The bull market's not over, guys. I've been telling a lot of people that, look, I'm bullish, right? Why? Because the charts are telling me to be bullish, right? In fact, we could easily have minimum at least 12, maybe 24 weeks, right? 12 to 24 on the minimum, right, of this actual bull market continuation, right? Now, bull run, not necessarily, because we can have a bull run and a bear run within a bull market. It doesn't make any difference, right? Just running up, that's fine. We're having a current run. Last 4 days we've been running up, or 3 days actually, or 4 days I think, but we've been running up, which is good, right? So I'm not really concerned about the run. They don't bother me. It's, are we in the market or not? And right now, as far as I'm concerned, we are still in the bull market. That's the most important thing. I have mentioned on previous videos and on the Discord server as well that, guys, if we go below particular levels, right, and I talked about how if we go back to the $58,000 level, then we might be invalidating the bull run or the bull market itself, and going further down, right? Of course, there are unique numbers, and the higher we go, the number changes as well. So it's a dynamic number, right? Where we would end up being in a bear market is a very dynamic number. So what I want to do is kind of observe the market. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about people who are already in the market and people who want to go into the market. So we are going to get to this, right? But what I want to do is observe the market and see if there is a pattern forming, which is very similar to the 2021 pattern, which we ended up having a double top, right? So we don't want to see a double top. As long as we don't get a double top, we're good, right? So this test is very, very important. This 73,700 is a very important level for us. As I said, we don't have to necessarily break it, but as long as we can go close enough and hold support somewhere near that, I mean, we do have a good support level. Again, this price here is a good support level. I ain't complaining. 72,000 is a good support level. Ain't complaining. But I'm not going to be very specific about that because it doesn't really matter, right? Where we are right now is already a good support level. 70K, good support level. So because it's a psychological area, we have to find a support zone. Right? We can't just randomly just throw a number out there. We have to create a brand new support zone, whether we do it on the daily, whether we do it on a 5-day, on a 3-day, right, on a 2-week, it doesn't matter. We have to find one in order for us to then start moving forward. And of course, if we fail, then we're gonna have to see how far we go down. Then we can start saying, okay, are we in a bull market or a bear market, or are we in a bull run or a bear run? We can then adjust and talk about it, right? Because it's all about if, this and that, right? It's all about probabilities, right? If you don't know your probabilities of something happening in a particular direction, then you're clueless, right? So, and I'm always transparent about when I am clueless, right? I'll be like, look, guys, look, I'm going sideways. I'm freaking clueless. I have no idea what's going on. So, you know, you always get the transparent, the honest news from me, like, especially on the charts. When I'm kind of talking about the chart, I'll give you exactly what the charts are. So now, for the people who have entered BTC, right, or who have entered the game already, crypto, all sorts of other alts, congratulations on those guys who have held, what was it, Binance BNB coin for a long time. I mean, it's been a good few years. A lot of you guys have been holding. I've personally been holding. So to see an all-time high, that's a great thing, right? You know, these are fun moments that we should rejoice, like we should really, really enjoy, basically, because, you know, it is one of those kind of things that emotionally it affects a lot of people, like especially when you hold on to assets and then they start bleeding down and then you're still holding for dear life, right? And it just goes on forever and the bleeding just doesn't stop, right? And then one day, you know, you just leave it on the side and you're like, right, I'm going to forget about it, which is the best thing to do. And it comes back and then it rewards you, right? And that's the most important thing. I think that rewarding, that feeling that you get from that reward, that, hold on, I've held this thing for 2 years, I've held this thing for 3 years, right? And now it's rewarded me finally, right? And you know what, it's just on another level, right? I mean, for some of the guys I know, they're like kind of 5x on a BNB, which is not bad. I can't remember how many X I am, but I bought it very cheap, so I'm not really that fussed anyway. The quantity that I held was not buy, sell. It's a long-term hold. I'm going to hold it for another 5 years if I have to, maybe even 10 years. So for me, the quantity of BNB that I have, it's a very small amount, nothing too significant, but as I said, it wasn't meant for a bull market or a bull run, right? Because I have my HODL portfolio and this was part of my HODL portfolio. So now, leaving that aside, of course, there are plenty of other coins that we have which hasn't, sorry, I'm just trying to see the time because I just entered a restricted road. Okay, I got 10 minutes to get out of here. So what was I saying? So like these particular coins that a lot of people have held. Now, of course, these are old coins. I would like to call them legacy coins. So I got something in my throat. I would like to call them legacy coins because they are old school coins, and they have good chance to come back. Now, also with legacy coins and old school coins, right, there's one other thing I want to also mention as well, right? When we look at these coins, or when we pick these coins, we didn't just pick because, oh, there's a hype behind it, or oh, this is going to happen. We picked it because there's a lot of people power. And what we mean by people power is there are plenty of holders, buyers, use cases, XYZ, so many other factors. It doesn't matter. It could actually just be one factor. That's good enough, right? As long as there's holders, it doesn't have to do anything, in my opinion, at least, right? I don't know about anybody else, but in my opinion, if a coin can have multiple holders, that's good enough. You know, also you can have a coin with 0 holders but multiple use cases, right? That's good enough for me. Do you know what I mean? So this is how I kind of weigh what the asset is and how I feel about it, right? So that kind of helps me navigate the market. Now, there are a lot of people who haven't entered already. Sorry, before I get to this as well. So those of you guys who are holding and you're seeing these new all-time highs, my advice is, guys, and this is the honest truth, right? Set up some sort of a stop loss or a trailing stop. So just in case something dips significantly, you can enjoy those rewards and then wait for the market to come back again and then pick it up. I'm not going to tell you what percentage or what kind of a delta to put in. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this. Now, this is something I would normally talk in my classes. So if you do want to learn, you can always come and contact me on Discord or whatnot, and then we can have a private session. Obviously, it's paid for, but that's something I will teach you one-on-one, because it's not something I'm just going to give away here, right? How? Because it's a lot more. It's harder. It's not. You can go and see plenty of videos on YouTube. Good luck to you. But when you do it hands-on, there's a whole different experience, right? And there are plenty of users who can probably come and vouch and say how they found this beneficial, because you are able to kind of predict, but at the same time save maximum amount and enjoy the profits, right? That's the most important. It's all about enjoying the profits, right? So that's that. Now, people who haven't bought, right? So people who haven't bought, I'm only going to say this, and this is going to be pretty insane, because a lot of people would be like, oh, FOMO in, buy, because we're going up. And we are going up. We are definitely going up. A lot of other coins will catch up, right? When BTC hits its all-time high, a new all-time high, and the trajectory comes in, the volume comes in, the pumps come in, right? You're going to see how everyone starts aping into everything, right? Depending on what budget they got. So if someone's got 50K, 60K, 70K for a BTC, they'll buy a BTC. If someone doesn't have that, they'll buy an Ethereum. If they don't have that, they'll buy a BNB, right? And they'll go down the list and buy the penny ones as well. It doesn't matter. So they're all going to start pumping, right? Now, I'm not going to talk about meme coins and Solana ecosystem, or any ecosystem, by the way. Avalanche, what's the other one? There's a few. Crow ecosystem. What's the other one? Base ecosystem, right? They're quite good. Arbitrum ecosystem, quite good. Again, I'm not going to talk about the ecosystem coins, because they are on a different league, right? They do their own thing. They don't give a damn about the market, right? So let's not talk about meme coins. Meme coins do not do anything, especially on those ecosystems. Now, when you're looking at Ethereum ecosystem, that's a whole different story, right? When you're looking at Pepe, ETC, Grok, whatever, and so many other coins, right? Shiba, ETC, they have become their own thing, but they do follow the market trends. So those ones are quite different, right? But the other ecosystems I'm talking about, those smaller ecosystems, they don't give a damn. They just basically do whatever they want, regardless if you're bullish or bearish. There's an army of people who just go and buy whatever they want. So that's that. I wouldn't bother too much. Now, those new people who want to enter the market, right, who have thought about, okay, I want to enter, I want to do this, as I said, market will go up, but I'm not going to advise anybody to FOMO in. What I'm going to say to you is, right, if you really, really want to get in, you're really interested in crypto, right, but you haven't bought it yet, you just haven't had the balls to enter yet, right, don't, right, save up. This is an opportunity for you to save up and plan for what you're going to do next season. Because as soon as we enter a parabola, bull market's over, right? It only takes a very short amount of time. It doesn't last forever, believe me, right? The parabola happens very quick, very fast, very unpredictable. And that's when you want to save as much as possible. And then it's a matter of dumping. That's it, it's gone. Everybody pulls their money out and that's it. Because if you're thinking everybody's going to just FOMO, no, people are going to always cash out. The worst trader on the planet is a trader who bought crypto to make money but never took his profits out. He's the worst trader. The best trader is a guy who doesn't give a damn how high it goes. I want to make money. I make my money. There is no emotion involved. That's the best type of trader. So if you are planning to buy, and trading doesn't necessarily mean trading, spot trading or anything. You can buy spot market, whatever. Remember, it's your asset, right? But what I'm saying here is it's an opportunity for you to save. Now, save why, right? And there's a good example. Save why. Right now, if you enter, what are you going to make, right? You're going to be like, oh, my BTC is going to go to 100K. Yeah. Did you buy it for 70K? If you bought it for 70K, you're going to make 30K. Simple, right? If you bought a BTC for 70K, you're going to make 30K. But if you bought a grand's worth of BTC, how much are you going to make on that? Believe me, your risk is higher than the amount of money you're going to make. You're not going to make much, right? So factoring those things in, look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is whatever goes up will come down, right? So BTC will go up. Every other coin will go up, but they will also come back down to another low, right? I'm not going to say previous lows, but it's going to be a higher low. It's going to come down to a low. When that low comes in, that's where we want to buy up, right? Like we did for BTC, when we said it's going to go below 19,000, it went below 19,000. We said we want to enter. You know, sell your house, sell your kidney, whatever. There's a video out there. I said this, right? I said buy. So, of course, many people probably didn't, because this crazy nutcase comes on YouTube and says, do this. What the hell is he, right? What does he know? But I don't have to know anything. I've proven myself. The videos are there. The truth is out there. This is 0x5. My name is Sham. Welcome to the channel. So, end of the day, you know, there are opportunities. So when we do get those opportunities, we are going to see market dip 50%, 60%. You know, those are good days, right? And the worst case scenario, you're looking at 70 to 80%. And some of the alts will get battered, right? 80, 90%, 95%. That's the discount you're going to get from the top. So just as a good example, imagine this, right? BNB today sitting at what, close to $700, right? If that dumps 90%, well, you get it for $70. Do you see what I mean? So think of it that way. If BTC dumps, and let's just say it's going to go to 35K, 34K, right? That's kind of what I'm looking at right now, right? Say it goes there, well, you're getting it for half price. Do you see what I mean? So if it goes to 100K from there again, well, you made 200%. So you got to think of things that way. It's like, how much I'm going to make now, but how much can I make if I do save up? So this is only for the new buyers. Of course, if you want to go and buy, look, I'm not trying to, you know, deter you from your ventures. Good luck to you. I'm not giving you any financial advice, but I'm just giving you a friendly advice here and saying, look, guys, think of the future, plan ahead, right? Trading is not simple. It's like, oh, I'm just going to buy and just ape in and you can do whatever. No, you get lucky a lot of the time. You get lucky. But if you do it strategically, it's a whole different story. And part of that, for example, the strategy, right? So I do have a venture capital fund that I've just started, and I've got a handful of people who have come in and it's doing quite well. It's like, I don't get paid from it, right? Right now, I don't anyway. In the future, I will, right? But that's something that I created for those people who want to enter, but they don't know how to navigate the market. And they're like, oh, look, we don't know how it's done. Can you do it for us? So I'm like, right, okay, we need time horizons and this and that. We need to set up something. So I set this thing up where, you know, people who want to buy, but they want to save up, like they want to come in, okay, let's do this next bull run or whatever, right? But in the meantime, let's grow this fund a little bit more as well. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm not giving you too much details. Again, these are private stuff. I'm not here for a YouTube thing. I'm not trying to plug in anything as well. End of the day, guys, listen, I don't come here to act like a salesman. So apologies if I did, by the way, right? But the point is, so there are things that I've set up where, you know, newbies, fresh crypto people who want to come in, there are things that I've set up where I'm kind of managing things in a particular way, right? I'm doing things myself, certain things I'm doing myself. I'm trying to teach people when it comes to fund management. I'm trying to manage the funds for them, but at the same time, I'm advising everybody, save up. If you haven't already bought it, look at the bigger picture, save up, because just be ready. Doesn't matter where it goes, go to $500,000, it doesn't matter, as long as you have a plan. And that's where I come in, because that's what my venture capital fund does. We actually plan. I'm planning for what's going to happen. I'm planning and I'm ready for what's going to happen. There's a lot of you guys on Discord. You may have heard me talk about I was eyeing up Solana at 156. It didn't go there. It went to 161. Maybe I should have bought it at 161, but I didn't buy it, right? Did I FOMO in? No, I didn't FOMO in because we are going to get a little correction, right? I know what's going to happen. Now, I know to a certainty, there's a little probability that when we go to that 73,757, we might get a dump. Why? It's a psychological. There's no data. There's nothing out there, right? And you'll find a lot of this kind of stuff that I talk about when I'm on YouTube. I won't give you a chart. I won't show you a chart. What's the point showing you a chart when you don't understand anything? I can show you a number. You want a line? I'll put your number there. But that doesn't mean anything. I'll give you the date. I'll give you the time. So at least you know exactly what I'm talking about and when I'm talking about it, right? So that way you can reference back and say, at that time, you can go onto your own chart and look at that candle and say, that's the time this guy was talking about it, right? Do some work, because if you're going to rely on other people to give you everything, believe me, you're going to lose everything, right? Other people aren't going to give you everything, right? This is like so many different things coming in. This is why I've been very involved in the market and in structuring certain things so it helps people, right? I have been very, very community orientated back in the days, a lot more. Now I'm not so much because end of the day, I've noticed when I've did things for free for people didn't appreciate it. So for me, I said, you know what, what's the point? I ain't wasting my time, because my time is money. My time is value, right? Me spending this time here talking to you guys because I think something's relevant. That's why I'm only giving that little bit of value. I'm not going to be here every single day doing it for you. Do you know what I mean? Right? So I hope you find value from this. I'm not going to carry on blabbering anymore, all right, because I think I might say something that might annoy somebody. But other than that, good luck to everybody. Congratulations on the BNB holders for getting a new all-time high. I am looking at Solana holders to hopefully get a new all-time high soon as well, because the funds, as I said, there's a group of people, and when the funds they reach a certain level, they're going to cash out, rinse and repeat, and move on to the next one and pump the next one. And that's how they're going to catch you out, right? So you have to be already in it. So there's a whole bunch of coins we talked about back in 2023, January, I believe, or March, within that time anyway, January to March. So we talked about it and I said, just buy, forget it, buy and forget. And at that time, Solana was one of them. And I think it was at $10 or $12. So people who bought it and just sat on it, right now they have no reason to sell. Even if they sold it for the initial, which is like if they bought it for $12 and it went to $100 and they sold it for $10 or whatever, which is stupid, but they did that. Fine, good luck to you. Probably sold it for double, took $20 out and some profit, right? But they're still in profit right now. Do you know what I mean? So it's still up hundreds of %, right? So there are loads of assets that we looked at that are doing these kind of numbers. But again, as the market is now kind of oversaturated, there's so many coins, millions and millions of coins, right? It is getting harder and harder to pick gems. I know there are gems out there. I know there are gems that you can buy $100 worth that will make you $1 million, but I don't know. For me right now, this is like a casino. It's like a complete gamble. The only difference is in a casino, you have a set number of chances, like, within 36 in a roulette table, right? An XYZ or blackjack and whatever. You have a set number that that you can't defy this number. But in crypto, it's like the wild west casino, right? Where we have 1 million opportunities, if not 2 million opportunities. Where do we bet? You know what I mean? We can't spread our bets enough unless we are willing to burn, millions of dollars in order to chase that 1 million. So it's really hard. I'm telling you, it's freaking hard, right? So that's why I'm personally sticking to the blue chips. I'm sticking to the top 100, top 50, top 20, top 10, right? Excluding any USDC, USDT coins, any USD pegs, basically, excluding them, the top 10, I'm sticking to them. However, when I do enter anything else, it's short term or get in, get out, like take my initial out as soon as possible. I don't care, right? Why? Because I don't want to risk it. It's a lot more higher risk. I don't know where it is, and I could use that fund elsewhere. And of course, if I lose it, then what am I going to do? And there has been plenty of coins where I've lost money, a few $100 or whatever, right? But the point is I've ended up losing it because the coin just rugged, or it's just a shit coin. So the definition of a shit coin, right? Just pooed out and gone. So yeah, other than that, guys, like, share, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. As I said, you're not going to be subscribing for me, right? You're going to be subscribing for yourself, right? So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, all my videos are kind of like in a series. My advice is go and watch some of the previous ones, especially go and watch that one where I predicted BTC could be 100K or $72,000. Sorry, £72,000, $100,000 or £72,000 in 5 years' time. I made that prediction 4 years ago, 4 years ago, right? Something stupid like that, right? And it was based on certain metrics, right? Similar way, a lot of the calls, a lot of the numbers, a lot of the dates, a lot of, I'm giving dates out sometimes, right? They're all based on metrics that I kind of see in the charts, and just kind of using a macroeconomical calculation, in my opinion, right? That's what I'm going to call it, right? Just doing that. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Whatever you do, please do your own research. Do not follow influence. Do not jump in and fall in for a trap. Always try and stay safe. Cryptocurrency is very high risk. It's volatile, as is any investment, but you must do some of your own research. Just don't go by anybody's word. My job is to, like, my self-given job is to advise everybody, well, not advise, but to tell everybody what the warnings are, right? So I'm only giving you the warnings. It's like, guys, be warned, 73,757, be warned, we are going to see a bit of volatility. That's it, right? Other than that, I'm not going to tell you anything else. What you do with your money is up to you. Go and burn it, go and drown it, do whatever you want to do, right? So I hope this video is informative. I hope this helps you. I hope to see you again on another one. If this video gets a whole bunch of likes and a whole bunch of new subscribers, please comment below and let me know that you've subscribed, whatnot. And, also, I'm not there that often, but you can also go and find me on Discord as well. I'm a very busy person. Believe me, I'm very, very busy. Like, you probably see me in the car all the time. That's because I'm literally never home. Literally never home. And when I'm at home, I'm literally knackered. I'm just tired. I just don't want to do anything. Because that's like the only time I get as a break. So I'm always running around one person to another, seeing people, doing bits and bobs. There are multiple things that I'm involved in. So yeah, tough life, right? Tough life. But that's what it is. You got to grind. You can't win if you don't grind, right? So, if you're capable and you can do what you need to do, you got to go and grind. Believe me, right? That's how you're going to make money. If you're going to sit back home and say, oh, I'm just going to make money, I'm going to put $100 in, I'm going to make $1 million. It don't work like that. You got to put the work in, right? So that's what it is. Probably I'll do a video one day, like day in the life of Sham, and I'll probably show you exactly what I do. But right now, I don't want to do it solely because I don't want to expose exactly what I do. Various reasons. Let's just say political reasons, right? So, and I'm not into politics anyway. So anyway, guys, enough of that. Like, share, subscribe. Let me catch you guys on another one. It's too long. It's a great summer day today. Enjoy, and I hope everybody's keeping well. And yeah, let me know how you feel. Adios, my amigos.